Hello, everybody. Welcome to Homemade God Studios Presents.
Rock, roll.
Tonight, we present the people, these wonderful, wonderful people.
Our fellow aliens.
Yeah.
They're definitely aliens.
We're totally aliens.
Mythagoe.
Thank you all.
I love these guys. I remember when, I guess it was you who hit me up first.
Yeah, yep.
Artemis hit me up first before New Year's, and I'm like, the name threw me. And I'm like, am I sure? Last time someone with a weird name came here, they wanted to do some crazy, crazy shit. So I said, fine, let's do it. And you came in and you guys were amazing on New Year's Eve. Just such
Thank
a
you.
surprise.
Thanks a lot, man.
So
Appreciate
glad
it.
to have y'all back. Thank y'all so
I am
much.
so happy to be here again.
Thank
oh my
you.
God. You guys
Thank
are
you.
so hospitable.
We
and
try.
Just, it's a great experience. Great vibes here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate hearing that, but also like we are not afraid to have like the same bands back over and over and over again because like the ones that we keep bringing back, they're the ones that get the vibe.
Yeah.
So as much as like bands love coming here and they enjoy the vibe, like we like y'all's vibes. That's
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It makes it fun. It's
Yeah.
enjoyable
Cool.
having y'all.
There's no common denominator with genre or like none of that. We've had big bands, solo artists, every shade of everything, but the ones that like keep coming back, those are the ones with the vibes.
Yeah. Well,
Does that mean
we feel it.
we have vibrations?
You do have vibrations for sure.
Here they are. Vibrations.
Talking about the good vibrations.
So first important question, we gotta ask about the music. Tell us about the new tattoos.
Yes, I would love to tell you all about that. This is our band logo. It's the M with the astrological ascendant and midheaven arrows on a natal chart, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything about astrology, but I used to like to draw people's birth charts and do their
And
the
she's a
calculations and
Virgo.
everything. I am a Virgo. I'm very analytical. But anyway, so yeah,
When's your birthday, Johnny?
I just
July
had my
20th.
birth chart read.
Happy
Yeah,
late
just
birthday.
passed, yeah.
You
Artemis
don't
is
tell
July
anybody.
1st.
She said her chart red. She said.
You have?
Like just recently, my sister like has been telling me forever to get my chart read, and I had a sister musician friend, Lucy Claire from Panda Forces.
Yeah.
She did this incredibly detailed chart, and just like a quarter of the way through it, I was bawling.
Uh-huh.
I was crying to my best friend, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta get mine done by her," and I'm like, "No, but wait till you read it."
I wish she was here now.
I know, me too.
What's your sign?
Listen,
That
we'll
would be
have
awesome.
When's your birthday?
What's your birthday?
January 29.
Okay, you're Aquarius.
Yeah.
All right. So like
So we got the table of Aquarius, Leo.
this is
Cancer.
Cancer.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Cancer like you.
Yeah, but you're on the cusp, sort of.
Close to it.
I'm right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. I'm September
Oh, yeah.
22nd.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So-
I was under the impression that everyone in the house was a Leo.
It's because you're a Cancer and you were feeling
Is
like
it because of the hair?
No, I was informed by someone.
That's Zach on the microphone. You don't see him on the camera.
he's back there though, lurking.
Man on the board.
Yeah,
He's the man on
Sabotage.
the
Really, it's no
board.
one. I'm just making it out.
Thanks, Artemis,
Hey.
for misleading
I
all
don't
of us.
smoke. I don't drink. I make stuff up.
That's the way to do it.
That's your vice.
Maybe I should start drinking.
I'd say so.
What you got?
So yeah, I just wanted to get that question out of the way. But no, like we will get into all the music stuff, but like I just have things that I like. Okay, so the dark song entitled "The One Darker Than the One" about the dark room with the red light.
It's called evidence.
Evidence.
Yeah,
So where like
self-incriminating type.
where did that come from? What was going
Oh,
on
there's a
when you
good
wrote
story.
that?
Well, there's usually a lot going on in my head at any one time anyway. So, oh man, when I wrote that song, I just felt like nobody could appreciate me the way that I was, you know, and I had been at that time, this was a couple of years ago probably, I was just really doing a lot of internal struggle, like shadow work and some of the individuals that I were allowing to be close to me were kind of, it just didn't feel right, I guess. I don't know how
If you hear the song, it kind of speaks of how.
Yeah.
If you do your shadow work, you know exactly what the fuck she's talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And feeling like maybe.
And feeling like nobody, like if this person who is this close to me couldn't appreciate exactly what I am right now,
Right.
can anybody?
Right.
I mean, I
Well, yeah,
swear.
a stranger,
you know.
maybe could do better. Even, you know.
Right, and like the evidence being like, this is what I am. Sometimes I'm a monster. You know, like I can tear myself to shreds.
Right.
Like I am analytical and self-conscious to an extreme.
Well, I think as humans, though, when someone pushes our buttons, too, we're just like, please push it some more. You know, push some more. It's like, take it.
Sometimes.
Well, I was just, being relaxed like this. But I get it now. It's totally.
I do that all the time because I'll just be like talking. And
Well, I just I
always
expected
telling
it.
everyone,
Yeah,
use your mic. And then
like a
I just-
table.
I do it on
microphone.
stage
those
a lot.
usually
I'll be
picked up
like,
pretty good.
Yeah, I would think
blah blah
that.
blah blah blah. I'm
I
forgetting
could've
to talk
I
into the
could've
mic.
put it on a stand.
But yeah, everyone else was doing this, so I should have just been like,
talking to no one in
I get it.
So, when in that process was the song written? Like, as you were kind of getting perspective on it, or when you were like deep in the thick of it?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question.
Well,
interested in
this
the song.
process has been an ongoing process for several years, and so I wrote that song probably a couple years ago.
Yeah, we were working on it last summer, though,
We were,
in Cave City.
yeah, that's right. Okay, so I brought it to the table after it had been in my notebook and in my head for, I don't know,
Well, yeah,
probably like
she won't
6
play a
months
lot
to
of
a
her
year.
songs, though. Yeah, she kind of.
I have to analyze the hell out of it and make
Yeah.
sure I feel okay with being uncomfortable and vulnerable
Yeah,
enough to
yeah.
present it to somebody to allow their feedback.
Yeah.
Even Artemis, and
Yeah.
Artemis is my best friend, and we've been doing this for a long time. He's the one who gets to hear.
Yeah, I turned down a lot of her
more of it
songs.
than
I'm
it-
like, no, that's just
whatever.
not gonna make it.
I don't believe that one.
I turned down most of the songs.
That's a chorus.
Excuse me.
What kind of chorus is that?
Oh my god.
I
So
like that she said that, like, before she can decide whether or not she can be vulnerable and bringing it to the table, she
Yeah.
has to, like...
I have to really,
Well,
really
yeah, you don't like write songs.
decide if I'm going to
Write a song about a unicorn or something that's not too personal. Yeah.
I've written songs like that.
I'm not vulnerable enough to be vulnerable right now.
I'm not vulnerable at all. Damn it.
I'm half horse.
Okay, so 13 years ago,
That's right. Yeah.
we met.
I had a gig.
He had a gig.
I was playing a solo gig, and
He played a Ween song, The Mollusk, and I was so shocked to watch somebody covering The Mollusk because
Wow.
I love that album, I love that song, and then suddenly he's over here playing it, and I'm like, nobody ever plays that.
tell him how good I played it.
He also plays Jethro Tull to a T.
Yeah.
Ding!
I could bust one out. Yeah,
And
sometime.
so, anyway, so I went up to him and I was like, hey man, that's cool. I was in college.
Tell him what I said to you, though.
Oh, hey, I gotta go sell lots of pounds of pot.
So I'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, and he got back with me a few
Yeah.
days later. I went and hung out.
Got
I
some
had
money?
never like played a bass
Had some
at that
good-
point, ever. But we started singing like some Beatles songs, you know.
Then we
and,
sang
like,
until we lost our voices.
we sang. Well, I did, and that's why I started playing bass was because I lost my voice, and he was like, "Here," he put the bass in my
Bass
hand
in your
and
hand,
showed me a
said,
few
"Here."
licks.
I would gesture a lot. Like my voices go up. It's like,
It's so miserable when you have laryngitis,
Yeah.
especially as a singer. You know,
right.
Yeah.
that happened to me twice earlier this year. I had laryngitis
Oh, that
twice,
sucks.
and it's probably from talking too much. You know,
It's a
During the winter.
narcissistic symptom.
Probably- Thank you. You know,
Here we go.
I won't try to argue.
Right, that's kind of
So, I mean,
next.
facts on that.
I mean, everybody seems to think I'm a narcissist now that I'm just really empowered.
Oh, right. I think that's good.
That's good, though. That's good
Yeah.
to be that way. You know
I
what you
don't
are.
give a shit.
What's the saying? Don't be scared.
So
Don't be
then,
scared.
So then we started
He
getting
noticed.
gigs.
Yeah.
We did. We got gigs
Yeah.
on
But how did
campus.
Mythagoe come about? How did the
Oh,
name?
the name? Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking about weird words and stuff.
We like to banter a lot. That does happen.
I could tell.
Really?
You're lying.
I thought we.
We made up Mythagoe. No one else had ever thought of it until we did.
Actually, there's a European band also called Mythagoe, but they don't put the E on the end of their name, and they, I think, might be a cover band.
And even though they were years before us,
And even though they're probably way more professional than we are,
we're the only ones right here, right now, who are Mythagoe
who are us.
in America.
His name is Artemis. Okay, so Mythagoe it comes from the Carl Jung, you know, like the
Myth.
myth imago.
Yeah.
And then this guy who was a novelist decided to do a mashup of those two words.
Yeah. An
And make-
archetype out.
And wrote a novel called Mythagoe Wood.
Oh, you just plugged in.
What was his name? Robert Holdstock.
Yeah.
So we just kind of like ripped it off of the book cover and put an E on it and
Yeah.
said
It made it look older, you know, having the E on it.
Mythagoe.
It's like the old version.
Old English.
Yeah.
Ye old Mythagoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can only be in Mythagoe if you're pure of heart. And your intentions are good. Because we don't allow smoking in Mythagoe.
You have to smoke.
I want that
on the
sticker
fire side
so
of me
bad.
now.
We played a lot of covers back in the day, like at the beginning. I hadn't really written any songs for, us to play, but his originals, a few of them anyway, those were some of my first songs. And, everybody was really impressed by my bass playing considering it was so new.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh my God, excited.
And,
I
yeah,
got excited about it. And then I had to figure out how to sing and play, which
And
is
from the
even...
back, we look like two girls.
We looked the same.
Let's show 'em.
He's an honorary girl, and I'm obviously an honorary guy. I mean, look at these clothes. I do a lot of heavy lifting.
So what inspires the songwriting? Most episodes.
I write a lot of songs that never go anywhere. And that kind of inspires me to keep writing songs. Literally, I'll write a song every day. If I pick up the guitar, I'm writing a song a lot of times. And then by the end of it, I'm like,
I think what happens is like,
sometimes.
for us, we both write by our, or he's written his songs, I've written my songs, and then like we might, intrude an idea, whatever,
Well, yeah,
we might
it's
need
hard.
an idea.
It's hard to collaborate on a personal.
It's very personal for each of us, like in
Yeah.
our own individual way,
I guess we could
Yeah.
be like, oh, remember that time your boyfriend or / girlfriend broke up with you and it felt bad? Let's write together about that.
I wrote Dark Room with a Red Light about him.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
6 months before we
I
broke
just
up
found out.
as a couple.
Just found out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh, I bet it was my fault.
Us too.
So how does that work? Like, were you songwriting it? Like, what was it like after the breakup?
That's when things got really personal. That's
The
when
evidence song is not about me.
It's not. No, it's actually about me. I wrote it about me.
Well, I was just throwing that out there. Wanted to equalize what you said about the other one.
I started
But
getting
the-
personal
Writing
with
songs
my
about
writing.
her, yeah.
Before, I feel like when,
write one right
like
now.
years ago, it was not years ago. Whatever. Oh my God. All right, show off.
I'm gonna write a song about you right now.
He's gonna write a song about me right now, and it's gonna be very personal, I'm sure. But
It's gonna be,
I
Black
wrote
Room.
very conceptual stuff, like trying not to get too personal, I guess. Like very visual, poetic, metaphorical stuff. I wanted stuff to be very experiential. So Sleep, Dream, Drive. I was actually going through that. Like I was falling asleep at the wheel because I did the same route
He's got
every
the
single day
12
for a
string.
job, and it was a miserable job. So it put me to sleep while I was driving, and so to keep myself awake, I wrote a song in my head.
And there's a dance. There's the Sleep
There's-
Dream Drive dance.
I've had that dance before.
Yeah,
I'm like-
it's miserable.
I went 5 miles down Interstate 24 and didn't know. I remember one stop, and then I was at my exit.
Yeah,
And just your
I
eyes
don't
are just
remember.
like.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I get here?
yeah. I hate that feeling
And,
behind the wheel
what
too.
got me was the bumps in the road you feel when you're going
Uh-huh.
off the side. That's what woke me up.
Right.
Well,
You're
thank God it did.
hypnotized.
Yeah.
You're,
I was out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it.
I experienced that a lot during this period of my life. It was just like, these were long. It was for a job. I was delivering flowers, and it was
Same
long.
strip of highway every day.
Exactly the same. I was out in the country, and just
Yeah.
it's
Don't do it every day.
don't
Yeah.
do it every day.
Do it every day.
Never
Trust
dream and
me.
drive.
Sure, yeah.
Never ever
You're
dream
not
and drive.
drunk enough to drive.
There are times I feel that way.
Right.
Sure.
You should have another drink.
Yeah, don't do that either.
No, don't.
Just
drink
like
and drive.
if you
No,
can't
no, I'm not advocating that at all. But somebody's
focus,
doing it
don't do
anyway,
it.
so
Don't drive. Don't get behind
I'd
the
like to-
wheel.
if there's someone out there right now who's been
Artemis
drinking and
cannot
driving,
drive because he can
pull
never
over.
focus.
Pull over now.
and have a drink, but just don't drive anymore.
And turn off the car.
Well,
So
pull
you-
over, turn
Call a
off the
friend.
car,
Call
take
a
out the
friend, call an
key.
Uber. Bubble gum.
Adrenochrome.
I should probably ask it. Well, do you have any music-related questions? I just want to talk to them about
We
all the
actually
weird woo-woo
music
hippie
very
metaphysical
little.
shit.
Right.
There's very little music that actually goes on.
I think we'll all walk away from this changed.
Always.
I think so.
Every time.
episode.
Yeah.
Ah, good.
I just
Every
feel
episode,
validated, you
something's
guys.
different.
Thank you so much for sharing this space with
Can
me.
I
Oh my
get
God.
everybody in here?
Oh my God, or whatever.
We're
We're
all part
always
of the band.
polarized too.
Yeah, I'm
like
plugging it.
It's weird. He and I are so similar in a lot of ways. Like our minds think the same, but he is like day and I'm like night. But it's always just has to do with the mood.
Yeah.
You know, you never know which pole he's going to be and which one I'm going to be, but it's always like that. We're very polarized. We can't help. That's how I experience it on the inside. I don't know what it's like for you all looking at from the outside, but that's how it seems to me. And that's why songs like Dark Room with
Yeah,
the Red Light-
believe
legit,
you.
it's
I
like
believe you.
twins. It's like hyperactive twins.
Well,
Right,
Artemis, well, you know, the goddess Artemis.
Artemis.
Well, she was the twin of Apollo.
That's right.
And goddess of the moon. Artemis is a Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. And his birthday is the same as Princess Diana. Diana is also a man of, like, one of those goddesses with the moon and all
Cynthia's.
that. Artemis is an honorary girl for all of the above astrological reasons.
And
the twin, you know, the goddess of the
tell
night.
them about
the
my
hunt.
compassion.
He just looked at me with this wild look in his eye while he was saying that.
Oh, you know.
Tell them right now.
Tell them that I'm a good person.
Everybody,
You could be talking about
it's
me.
not like I'm telling you, if I'm not here tomorrow, it's not because
If I stomp
of
off,
me.
it's not because I'm mad.
It's because of my twin. I feel like he's my twin, you know, but there is no Apollo girl name, so I had to be called Julia instead.
Polonius.
I don't know why. No, Apollonia.
Johnny Nippleseed.
My mom definitely would have thought of that as a Catholic.
She said, you went, bitch, or something like that to your mom.
I had a bad fight with my mom when I was like 8, and I called her a bitch. It was on her birthday. Her birthday is 2 days before mine, and I'm the youngest. And like, things were so
8 years
unfair.
old.
I was
She's
8
like,
years old.
You know
and I
what?
was
You don't
calling
know
her
you're a
out.
bitch. I'm gonna have to
8 years
tell
old.
you.
I might have been a joy to raise. I'm still a joy to raise. I'm
like,
doing it right now.
You
I'm
need
raising
more
myself.
voice lessons.
Oh my god,
So,
my poor mother.
shout out to mom and dad, everybody.
Love you, Mom.
Birthday, Mom.
That's right.
Your birthday is 2 days before
birthday.
mine. Still,
Birthday, bitch.
I know. Here I come.
She dropped her cake.
You'll never regret this.
Candles burning on a pile.
Let's hope she watches this episode.
Oh my god. She's already had an ulcer. Please, let's spare her. She doesn't need to know about
It
me.
wasn't your fault though, right?
It's not my fault. My mom
That's a
is
story you're sticking to, right?
my mom is a wonderful person too. So I will say that
Yeah,
she's
she is. I vouch for
she's
that.
truly
Yep.
got a beautiful heart,
Yep.
and she's
Very kind
always
woman.
tried her hardest.
Yep.
And I can't imagine what it would be like to have one child, no less 5. So that must have been very difficult. And also, like, you know, she was definitely a boomer, you know, product of, like, you know, always being told that women don't have opportunities, you know. And see, I've always kind of got this feeling.
But she
from
was
my
in the
mom.
military,
She,
too.
she was in the military for a few years. That's how my parents met. They were in the military. But I always got this feeling that she kind of, like, really admired my free spirit, you know,
Yeah.
as a woman especially. So, like, shout out to my mom for
Yeah.
like
Well, I think as
really putting that in me.
as kids,
Yeah,
we,
maybe
we get
that-
that opportunity.
Yeah.
As
I
the
did
child,
that
you get
with
the
my
opportunity to live out something that your parents wouldn't
Yeah.
have been able to do, and that's part of the generational.
That's why we picked the parents, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And we pick our
Yeah.
names,
Yeah.
you know, and
Would you guys ever get a full band?
would we?
Would-
I'm open to that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we had a drummer for our last gig.
Yeah, and
So-
it's all just kind of been a matter of like getting all of the convergences to converge in that right way. You know, we've had a lot of we've seen people come and go over
Yeah.
the years, in a lot of variations in,
Yes.
you know, drummers. Yes, obviously that's why we're playing with drum tracks, is because I don't know if you know what it's like to I hope there
The
are
Nashville
no drummers in the room.
shortage.
Oh, there is a Nashville drummer
There is,
shortage,
there
and
is.
also a sane Nashville.
Well,
Just sane drummers.
yeah,
right.
Does it even exist? I shout out to Tyler Peck, man.
Yep.
He is sane and he is good.
Shark.
He-
He's a shark.
He is very focused, and
Yeah,
I really appreciate him doing that.
Yeah,
Gonzo Fest
absolutely.
with us.
Yeah, that was great.
He did really well.
Big shout out to him because
Yeah.
that's good shit.
Yeah, having a drummer that is like not just capable of doing what they need to do, but also won't like somehow burn the band
Well,
up.
like, getting a
Yeah.
drummer
In a
to
big
care about the
explosion.
songs is very difficult. Yeah, because drummers
Can
can
be.
play any
It can
song.
be.
Pretty much, they can play a beat to anything. You know, they're a drummer. But getting them to like take the song personally and try to create a drum
And
part that
really know why it needs to do things when it needs to do things, especially for me as a bassist.
well, yeah, without counting it out too much. Going, oh, look, this
I
match.
need
You
a
have
drummer who can own their role and really conduct us, but not think that they know my songs better than I do, because I
Right.
know my songs better than anybody.
There you go.
Well, I'm a drummer as well, and knowing that to know how to play
His drum
drums
tracks
is one thing, but
work.
to know how
They're
to
actually
know
more
the
than
song,
adequate.
to know a song,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
in all the
He's
way-
really invested himself into these songs, and so it really, and I don't know if this comes off. I've never been an outsider trying to learn these songs. I've always been on the
Right,
inside,
right.
but I feel like they're probably a little bit more involved than like they're not exactly formulaic all the time, so it's harder to internalize probably, and because they're very personal, either you really have to care about the story of the person, i.e. me or Artemis or both, whatever, or
That's why cover songs are so easy.
they're not easy.
Some
for
well, I
people
mean,
to
to go
listen to.
along with what
For
she
people to listen
says,
to.
we have the Bowie. This is gonna be out
Yeah.
way after this. This happens, but on Thursday is the Bowie show,
Yeah.
and like that, after doing like all these like tribute shows,
Yeah,
like
benefits.
there's some covers that are really easy to do, but then there's some where there is that story, and until I like find my version of that character, until I've gone over those lyrics and really like snapped into a place where I fucking get it, maybe not like the original songwriter's perspective, but definitely like there's a through line for me.
Yeah.
That shit is so hard to like memorize.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. And
Right.
I found that in doing theater, unless it's when I try to memorize lyrics too, I try to put together like the story and see, like when I'm writing, there's usually some kind of like, this is the idea that needs to be presented as an exposition. This is an idea that needs to be presented as like, like when I'm structuring my verses or something, But so I have to kind of apply that to memorizing other people's lyrics a lot of the time.
I need a rhyme. I need a rhyme right here.
Even like song structures,
like,
especially those like David Bowie's. Like,
David
you have to
Bowie,
remember, like,
I
oh,
love
this is
David
not a
Bowie for that
4-bar
reason.
section.
Yeah.
Like who else? There was
He's a little off the wall.
song. New Wave had that a little bit with one song, and like
A
somebody
lot
who
of
was
the
in my group
British
who's
people
actually,
like are
a
yeah.
band.
Yeah,
I
they
want
they
to
do
tell.
a lot
I
of
want
that
to tell a
stuff.
personal story real quick. I was working on the highway picking up trash.
Oh my god.
This is in 1990, and I was walking, listening to my Walkman, to some Pink Floyd, and I looked down on the highway, and there's a brand new cassette tape laying there. It's never been opened. So I pick it up and I open it, and I put it in my Walkman and start listening to it, and it becomes one of my favorite bands of all time.
That hard, like I don't know of many people
Yeah,
who know who this
Right,
band is,
they're,
but
they're obscure,
here
but
in
I mean, to have that
Nashville.
experience was profound as fuck.
What band was it?
Crack the Sky.
Not the Metallica album, the
No,
band.
the band.
Yeah,
Crack
and
the Sky.
it was so amazing though to have
From the Greenhouse was the name of that album,
to have
and
that kind of serendipity.
Oh my God.
To think because
like holy shit, I'm picking up trash, and suddenly I picked up treasure.
right, yeah. I mean, just to think that that it was out there just laying and waiting for someone
brand
to
new.
throw it away or whatever, lost it somehow. They were like, either they were like, oh, I don't like that band.
It just appeared because the energy stacked up, and so it zapped into this dimension in
I
front of you
love
because
that.
it was the right thing. At the
Yeah,
right
it-
time.
it's-
There's really no other explanation for things like that.
Truth.
Yeah.
But
I
it
mean-
was so spectacular that when I talk about it, it sounds like it's lackluster in a way. It's like, oh,
But
yeah,
for
well,
you, that
Lots of people
personal
who get it.
experience,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lots of people who get
I wish
it.
everyone could have that kind of experience though, and we kind of do when we discover what we like about music.
Well, and
Or
when
we
it really
discover a new
connects.
artist or
My
something.
style.
Yeah,
I like
something
this,
about the
'cause people
where you're
identifying
at
with the music,
and
yeah.
hearing it for the first time, and it's really
I'm
hitting
a goth,
you.
but I listen to old country. Yeah, just like
Well, Voltaire,
Nice.
yeah, he's kind of like that style, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to be a gypsy to like gypsy
the devil
music.
tips his hat to me.
Well, and witches come in all shapes and sizes.
Well, yeah,
and
things that
forms,
scare
and
you are bound to impress upon you.
I'm okay with the mysteries of life because they do allow for those things to really
When was the last
when they
time you
happen.
screamed, though?
It's like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
open to it. I don't want to have all the answers because if I had all the answers, it wouldn't be such a
It wouldn't
cool
be any
surprise.
fun. No.
Yeah,
Easy to
I'd love
dismiss
that.
a lot
have all
of
the
shit.
answers.
Yeah,
It
and-
would. It would be easy to dismiss.
But everybody's looking for the answers. It's so like.
I am
Some of us-
I can't help it. I can't help but try to look for
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the
something,
condition,
some kind of answers.
Human condition.
Somehow I know that I'm am I on the right track? And I've had to learn how to really use
Do
my
I
own
think-
internal mechanisms to determine
So
that.
am I?
Yeah.
So I cheated on
Anything?
somebody, and it led me to this sense of freedom that I've never had before, and sense of confidence, and I've really started speaking my inner truth more. I feel more myself now as a result of having done some things like hurt somebody, that I cared about. Now I'm more myself, and I'm far more.
Well, you would have to.
I
you'd
feel
have to
like
be, yeah.
I can play that song Evidence, and I'm no longer that person, but I know that person very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's an element of self-therapeutic thing
It's
in music.
that thing. I can relate to myself now,
Yeah, right.
and that sounds
Narcissistic.
No.
yeah.
No. So
know.
I'm sure I've talked about this
It
on
can be
here
both,
before,
is what
but there was
I'm-
one
yeah,
song
the
with the last
duality.
band that I was with. It's just this angry, very angry song. One of the I don't even remember it now. It was one of the lines was I know I fucking hate you. If something else worked there, it probably would have been along the lines of I really wish I had the balls to murder you. But
Yeah.
but people heard that fucking song and they had met me before the fucking show. And then they hung out with me after the show, and it's how is this bubbly fucking person? How? Who wrote that? Me.
The darkness
Right.
resides
That's
in
when
us
I'm
all.
doing that shit. That is the most authentic version of myself, even though I am not that person
Right.
anymore,
The
and I
fiction,
don't hold
yeah.
those energies anymore.
But it's still a part of the human. It's still part of everyone's
it's
experience.
such an authentic.
The
It
darkness
feels
resides in
when you
us
talk
all.
about that freedom,
Yeah.
it's I've gone there.
I've been there. I've
but
flipped
the-
a switch and gone
the past
berserk
is
when
I
so
can go wherever the
fictitious,
fuck
you know?
I
Yeah,
want
I've
to
done
now.
it.
So when
Yeah.
you do
We've all
something
done
like
it.
that, it's you're expressing that freedom to you're not afraid of your demons. You're not afraid of the dark side. You're not afraid to say what's on your heart because you've finally gotten a taste of that. And
I
so
can
you see just
trust
everything
myself.
else.
I
Yeah.
can
Try
trust
to
the
push your
fact
own
that
buttons,
when I
though.
feel a certain way, I might not be seeing it very clearly. Who knows? I will say that somebody might see it completely different, but I know that I can trust my feelings. Something's up. I have to, and whether or not it's based on something that we can agree is going on or not, it's something needs to be addressed. I can trust my feelings. I know when something is wrong. I am no longer apologizing for my anger because it is something that has guided me to myself and my ability to not apologize for just taking up space and breathing this air, but I'm actually I feel no, bitches, fuck off, quit telling me what I need to be like or how I need to be thinking or how I need to present myself. I am exactly what I am, and you can take me or leave me. I don't give a shit, but I do hope I have friends, I hopefully somebody somewhere will, love that anyway, somebody might be able to love me the way I
love
am
that
now,
bitch,
that kind of thing.
Do you guys know who Teal Swan is?
Hold on, that
She's
an artist.
She's a spiritual teacher.
Okay.
But I was still in the cult when I discovered her. So and it was at a time when I was going through all that mental shit. So, coincidences, beautiful things that you can look back on and say oh yeah, that was the right thing at the right time. So it was through some other shit. I was just I was working at home. I was working 60 hours a week. So I was using YouTube all day long while I was just typing on my fucking computer, working on my fucking living room couch. I was just playing all different sorts of things to just teach myself shit while I was doing this incredibly mundane fucking work. Mm-hmm. And I just got curious about this one particular YouTuber, and so I went to her likes on my TV, and there's this one person, and every like maybe every other thumbnail, they just kept coming up, and she like something was weird about her. She already looked woo woo hippie spiritual, and I was very like fundamentalist Christian, like that's Satan's work, that's witchy shit. We don't fuck with that. So I already had like weird like fear vibes, but then I saw it so much on this person's like in her likes. I was like, okay, I gotta watch at least. So I picked the shortest video. And it was like this, I didn't know at the time, but this very like metaphysical and spiritual approach to just clinical psychology. And it was so much of what I needed at that time. And I didn't know about like, you know, synchronicities or anything like that at the time. So I just was like, this is fun. I'm so happy I watched this fucking video. Because I had just lost my therapist. My congregation was not helping me out. I felt like I just exposed myself with all the shit that was going on in my head, and they were like, whoa. And they were not crazy. And these are my authority figure. Everything I had that was supposed to like help me at that time, everything fell away. So I was like, thank fucking God I found this person. And that was after that one like 3-minute video. So I went to her channel and started trying to watch other videos, but then sometimes she would talk about past lives, and sometimes she would talk about energy and other dimensions and higher dimensional beings. But I could not stop watching her. So when she would talk like that, I would just like fast forward, or I would just skip to a different video. But I got enough about the psychology shit that like
there's a grain of truth.
It was helping so fast, because it was like, oh my God, I was like, you know, my brain had already broken. So I'd like was ready to really fucking examine myself, and there was so much that like she would say one single thing and I could be like, oh, I see all the ways in my childhood that this led to this. Like immediately it would just be boom, just downloads, just boom. And I also didn't know what that shit was back then. But just all of a sudden it'd be like, whoa, like I understand myself so much more. So like every single video, however, even if it was just like a minute and a half I could watch before she started getting into the metaphysical shit, like every single thing was just like years of therapy done instantly
that you can do on yourself. But it's like it's funny how like synchronicity, you know, it's like those right things at the right time, they just come right in.
More people are believing in it. I like it. But like, so one of the things that she got to that like eventually I got to in her videos that I could not vibe with was she said like the more that you look at yourself and the more you understand yourself, you'll get to points where you're really unhappy in your life and you'll be like, yes, let's do this. And I could not vibe with that shit. I could not. I fucking love it when dark shit comes up, or when I get really pissed off about when something hurts my feelings. Like all, you know, the people that like I've just bam, 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 every single time. It's just like, yes, let's do this. Like let's dig in. Let's see why these ugly feelings came up. Like let's do like that. However much it fucking sucks on one level, it's like I'm so happy to like dive right into that shit and see what other gold I can fucking mine up. It's so easy to just be like, you know, if something's not right for me, I'm done with this. I'm going to go process now. Like, right. It's so easy to like speak my truth. 'Cause like I've seen so much, like, as we said before, like the dark shit, once you've gone there, like, it's like cool. Like I found some cool shit about myself down there. Yeah. Like I understand myself. And now that I understand myself, I have so much more control. And you look at everybody else, and like, if you're the one who's most in touch with yourself in the room,
people
that's
look at you like you're crazy.
Shit.
People do think you're crazy.
Yeah.
They look at you like you're crazy, but there's also like, you can call it like the energy that you bring into a room.
You're
but
calling shit out, you know, when people,
you're the truth teller. You're the one who knows what's right for you and what's not, and you're not afraid to say it. And so people have way more fucking respect for you. And sometimes, like in the early days of trying to figure this shit out, it hurt, because it'd be like, I'm being so honest and so good with these people. How come I'm the outcast? They don't want to be around that shit.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want truth tellers.
Well, it's how you
hear your songs.
Why am I losing all my friends? That's how I do. I'm doing better.
It sucks, because it means that like you have to cut off those energies. Cut it off, as in like, you know, it's like trimming dead hair. You know, like you have to get rid of what's no longer capable of supporting like the thing that you are becoming, which is just you, you know, and yourself. You have to find out that like some people want you to be you for like, I mean, it might be selfish in the sense that I feel like in a way I want everybody around me to be happy and healthy, or at least feel like they are free to pursue those things, because that makes me safe. That means that I'm safe to do that in the presence of those people. If you know, so that's the kind of selfishness that I think is, you know, the constructive, I hope, you know, but
Again, tell them your Venmo.
At Julia Rose Who. Venmo.
That was a
Tip
perfect
jar,
name.
I
please.
just saw a therapist on like TikTok or something. She said, "What is she?" I don't know how elegantly she said it, but basically she said, and this is the whole video: some people are never going to be okay with your growth because you serve them the best when you're at your worst.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And it's hard to have to realize that too about people that you've been close to.
It is.
Well, the honesty of this conversation, though, is part of the key of what transcends that. You know? And because we're acting like the mic's not even on.
I want to eat this mic. Like it's an ice cream.
But I mean, a lot of people don't have that comfort behind the microphone. They would definitely be on guard.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Be
don't want-
afraid to say
yeah,
what-
Right, exactly.
It's so much more fun to live this way, guys. Just figure out who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
And then be that.
Be honest. Live your truth. Like
Transcend.
be exactly what you are and be ugly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be ugly.
Well, you have to
Don't
do
be
that.
afraid of being ugly.
To
Don't be
the
afraid of being
limit.
a fucking idiot. I like doing things that I'm not good at, because it's like the rewards are in the act of trying,
Yeah.
like it, and so yeah, I'm an idiot, and sometimes I'm an ugly idiot, and sometimes I really look back on things and I'm like, man, that was not pretty.
That was
I feel so bad for whoever was around because I totally just had a nuclear meltdown, whatever. But like in looking at that stuff and determining, I'm not going to do that again. That's something that I had that's in my makeup, and I'm just not going to do that again. I've made that choice. That's been empowering as fuck. Like fuck.
Learn from your mistakes.
Well, as,
Yeah.
as musicians, we get a lot of power from 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a harmony and going with the flow and going with where, like, you gotta. Are you directing the energy or is the energy directing you?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's there. Yeah.
There's a lot of force there, a lot of direction. It's like it's going like on a bicycle.
Come again on the what? On the 4 or the 5?
The only reason
1, 2,
why
3,
you're
go.
upright is because you're in motion.
Well, yeah.
That's how music is.
It's like riding a bike. Once you get going
The only reason why you're upright is because you are going.
and downhill.
Well, I guess, or you could just be going like wobbly,
That's what happens when you're not going down.
when you're going up the hill. That's when you're really working.
You
Yeah.
need to stay on the bike.
But you're working
or-
for the downhill
or get
again.
off.
You're working for the downhill.
Push it.
Always.
Yeah,
I'd rather
your
push
heart's
the bike up
racing.
the
You're
hill.
like,
This bicycle metaphor
Yeah,
is
sure enough,
blowing
I'd
my
like to
mind.
take
we
the
spent a lot of years riding. I didn't get a car until I was 31 because we were riding bicycles.
Climb to the
everywhere.
top of the mountain.
That's how I had a
and take
bad
the chairlift
accident.
down.
That's how I had my face smashed
Right.
in. I had a
That's
bicycle
a little
wreck.
abstract to some people.
And that was part of my darkness. I just was talking about my wreck.
Who the fuck owns this dog?
He was there. A dog ran out. It was chasing me in Artemis. This was 10 years ago this month.
Yeah.
We were riding our bicycles out in the country on a country road. 2 dogs came chasing after us. Big pit bulls. We were going really fast. Artemis tried to get the pit bull off of my heels.
Because
So
they were snapping at us.
they were
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah,
They were. It was frightening. And so Artemis was taunted
I tried to
the
distract
dogs,
the dogs.
distract them to get them going after him.
Because they were going after the
They were going
slowest
after me.
person,
And yes, I am not as good of a rider.
yeah. No, I'm just. Well,
and I'm a girl
maybe
too.
It was just the bumps in the road were easier for me. Whatever.
You had a lighter bike.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah, I did. The dog.
Anyway.
came in contact with her front wheel and she flipped over the handlebars.
Like
instantly.
Face first
Yes.
into the concrete, going really fast. I broke my jaw, busted out my teeth, lost some teeth,
It
crushed a
was
bunch of
horrible,
them.
horrible to witness.
Almost lost my left nipple.
Yeah, it was a
and
bloody,
that-
bloody
it was
mess.
had to get 25 stitches in my chin. It was really severely damaging, and it took a year and a half for my face to get reconstructed.
I got to assist the surgeon in the
And-
ER.
Yeah, who had stitched me up.
Explain.
Like he was, I guess they were short-handed or something, and like he needed my help, and he asked me to help him.
He
and
was like, my hands are dirty, and he's like, this is not a sterile procedure. She'll
So,
take
yeah,
antibiotics.
and,
That'll
yeah,
be fine.
So I just like stepped right in.
And I found out my jaw was broken.
Wait, what did you do though?
Well, I assisted him.
He
by,
held it scalpel
by holding,
kind of thing.
well, holding
Ew,
things.
with
I also
dirty
I held the forceps that were holding your chin
together.
so that he could, he had to put sutures inside.
There were
of the
5
wound.
internal stitches
Yeah.
and 20 external stitches.
And I guess he just didn't have the help he needed, apparently. So
Well, yeah, nurses probably had to attend to other people, and there was a
he
very
was like,
kind
"You
couple
help me," and I
that
was like, "Of course."
drove us to the hospital
I was
from
like,
the country.
Let me finish my sandwich.
It was crazy, but I went to college like for music as a mezzo soprano. I'm a classically trained singer, and I graduated. And this was maybe a year or two after I graduated, and then suddenly I broke my jaw, and my teeth were missing in the front, and over the years it got harder and harder for me to sing. So I didn't understand why. I thought I was a failure as a musician.
No.
I was practicing every single day. I went back to the books, learned about like the way the voice is supposed to function, like learned about vocal mechanisms and like vocal, partial paralysis and things like this, and started trying these therapies that I was reading about, like singing through a coffee stir, that I don't know, singing through a straw, that kind of thing. And I did not understand why my voice was not functioning. I was practicing every day, and
it was physiological.
it was. We both started seeing this chiropractor who, after some X-rays, Dr. Jacques,
shout out.
Thomas Jacques in Louisville. Oh my God, regular visits with him for like 2 years. He's straightened me out, let me tell you.
He loves me.
After so many visits, I started noticing my voice was starting to be freer again. And I was like, and all of those years of practice that wasn't doing anything, well, it was starting to catch up though.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to finally see like a progress inside of me, like that I had never seen before.
And to know that the root of it was
well, it was also bad habits established years ago, and like all this stuff, but like to know that like there was a physiological reason, and it wasn't just me being a failure as a musician,
exactly.
which really like my confidence really suffered as a result of all of that.
Yeah, of course.
So it turns out like my neck had been injured in that accident. Nobody was paying attention to that. It wasn't broken, but it was injured enough to cause some serious problems, and my neck basically goes straight, and I have to like do like daily practices with it so that it, it's.
But overcoming that has been.
That's been a journey. I'm 33, and I'm finally just now this year, 2023. I finally feel like I've found my voice, not just physically, like being able to sing again, but also like I found my voice I found my inner truth, and now I'm ready to shine my light finally after years and years and years of trying to figure out what the fuck. I mean, 13 years is a long time to be playing together and not seeing much happen. We had our setbacks that, these were real things, and then now to finally feel like we are able to share something we've believed in for this long, and we really had to fight
just
for.
Just even being asked back here, it builds something in you that you have to rely on that in the music biz, if you want to call it that. So,
and me feeling like, oh my God, that last performance, that was a little iffy, but
last night's rehearsal, even,
Last night, I was over here like, I hate the way I sing.
I'm like, let me say something that someone's ever said 1,000 times.
Right, yeah, and feeling that way, but then being able to come in here and feel like, this is where I can bring
and it was
my
fun.
energy,
it was
my
fun.
truth.
It was very fun to play here. And
oh my God, great.
I mean,
feeling
obviously, we're happy to have you guys here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keita.
Thank you for
my
bringing
God.
me by.
Thank you all. I think I'm ready to stop talking.
Thanks for the talking. Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
This was great.
Wait, let me think if I have any other questions.
Okay, cool.
Let me just run through. Okay, I think I got him.
Hey,
there's your sign.
There's the sign. That was, you can't. I mean, can't teach timing.
Did you prompt that?
I was taught how to play this.
Zach, I forgot you had a microphone. Do you have any questions?
Behind the scenes there.
How the hell are you?
I'll describe what he looks
On
like.
the note
for
of
you.
him having a microphone,
really
I
relaxed.
think it's time to go.
Hey, Zach has a microphone. Good night, folks.
Yeah,
Good night, everybody.
1, 2, 3, off.
He
No,
never
but for
wants to,
real.
like, hurry up, you
But
assholes.
for real, do you have any questions for our guests or anything to say? We haven't made it clear yet, like completely clear, because like again, we just be talking. So we have Zach from Jawfane running sound.
Hello.
Oh, probably all the
on
cameras
him.
died.
He's
a star.
Shout out to Wes and Todd.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out from
thanks, man.
Soulstar.
It's awesome.
Entertainment. Did I get that right?
We got the vice president of Soulstar.
It's very, very awesome to have you here, man.
And we have my wifey, Lindsay.
So,
Hi, Lindsay.
I actually do have a question.
and it's not related to like the music stuff. It's actually
Good.
something that just happened in the headlines, and I don't know if you guys are following Congress or anything.
UFOs?
It's a pretty big fucking deal. They just said under oath that aliens exist and that
Duh.
there's so like
Yes.
and that there's like over 80 plus years of information that
So
they're about to just
What is it
unload.
that they don't want us to see? What is it that they are purposefully letting us look at this? Oh my God, shock, right? UFOs? Well, they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It's always
And I
Here's-
wonder what that
Yeah.
Here's
is.
what I think,
Yeah.
and I will like I getting out of the cult, I broke my brain and was like I don't believe in anything anymore, and I still kind of feel like that, but also because of like all the shit that I've read or listened to or learned about since leaving the cult, and no longer afraid to like learn about everybody's beliefs. Something very interesting to check into, and I've talked to you about. Actually, maybe the last time we were here, we had a little bit of a conversation about. We were talking about UFOs. Yeah, it's exactly how it came up. So people have been channeling for fucking ever, but for Americans, there's like these really interesting channels at these different periods of time, the 50s, the 60s, especially the 70s, where people like, in the 70s when they were getting into like really getting into the metaphysical shit, there were actually clinics, organizations, classes set up for channeling. And there are people who claim to be channeling higher dimensional beings. And because I'm such I've been a quantum physics geek longer, like even before I was ever in a fucking cult, I was always very much into quantum physics. So this idea that aliens are real, to me, it makes perfect sense that they're other dimensional beings. Like,
Of course.
it's just like
Yeah.
100%. And that's why they look different. That's why some of their craft act different. They're different dimensions, man, trying to come into this one and solidify so they can. But a way that they don't have to do that and still be able to make contact with us, maybe, perhaps, is through these channels
The mind.
who have talked to these groups of energies from
Pleiadians.
different fucking dimensions, and some of the
I'm getting
things that
chills right
have been
now.
said in some of these channels, these more popular channels, especially from the 70s, is that we've had a base in Mexico forever, that they have craft, we have mimicked the technology, and that's super fucking old. And also that there would be a time where our other dimensional friends would tell, because they can't interact with, they can't interfere with our, free will here.
Prime directive.
The free
The
will
prime
is a very
directive.
important thing to me too.
Directive.
I don't watch movies a whole lot, so I've heard
Neither.
enough about I don't know if it's Marvel movies, but bringing this multiverse shit more into the culture. I'm very down with that, but that prime directive has been it's going to get broken. It's not going to get broken, but they have maybe
The aliens are having a Star Trek moment.
maybe
Yeah.
the aliens have already, and what's his face from Israel or whatever, he everyone thought he was crazy when Trump was still president, and I hate that we don't talk about it, but he came out and said yes, we have been in contact with the aliens. Oh, by the way, your American president also knows about this. They've been in contact with multiple rulers of countries, and we have a time. I don't think that he said this part, I don't remember, but a lot of these channels say that we would have a time period that they would give the authorities around the world to do whatever they have to do to get people on board with them coming and making full contact. So all this shit speeding up is right on fucking point with all the shit that was written in the 50s and the 60s and 70s. Something to look into.
This. So, I had this perspective kind of epiphany the other day. This is going to be a really hard pill to swallow, but you guys do realize that any religious affiliation that you've had in the past is now null and void because
Not really.
there's
what about,
aliens.
Not all of them,
Well, it's a
yeah.
personal experience.
Yeah,
Most,
religion
well,
is-
not the spiritual experience that you have,
Right, and I-
but the
Commercial-
the
commercial
whole
thing.
afterlife
The commercial, yeah.
thing,
Right,
and
the-
like
the
all
control.
the Jesus
Because religion
shit,
is
like-
very commercial.
Right,
It is,
exactly.
yeah, and it's all about keeping
There's a
everybody
difference between
within
religious
that
and
structure.
spiritualness,
And that's-
absolutely,
yeah,
and
and
you
so that's
can be
where
an
he's
atheist and still have spirituality.
right,
Yeah.
and
Because it's not just
Because it's
oh, I
all
believe in
about
a
the-
higher power. It's
the internal
Oh,
truth.
Try
it's
telling
like-
that to some people, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some people
God's in control of me.
believing in a God keeps them from killing people somehow,
Right.
but like it doesn't keep them from gossiping about their best friend or something.
It doesn't keep
Well,
them from
because-
doing.
But then there's some people who
Things
say
that they
God
could
told them to
prevent
kill
themselves.
people.
But aliens are just false idols.
Yeah.
Or
If you're idolizing them.
Yeah, if you are
I mean, they're
idolizing.
being idolized.
I think they're coming here to tell us to stop this shit. I don't think religion's going to go away, but I think it's going to evolve greatly to where people say like, oh yeah, it is a personal spiritual experience.
I would
I
hope
still
so.
identify as Christian because I connect with Christ energy, but now I understand it's just fucking energy.
well,
Well,
and it's
just an energy
like
to
a
tap
schema
into.
for
I
like.
think it's going to be a couple decades before people actually start adopting that idea because you have to
Well, it's
understand
happening
how,
right now,
how long
though.
it took for us to be in the same room of people of color.
Well, yeah.
It took a long
Yeah,
time
but
for a lot of
things are
white people to
speeding
get
up,
used
though,
to that.
See, the
idea.
aliens are not conquistador.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
like
We
the
think.
way that
We hope not.
Allegedly.
We hope not. Yeah.
What I'm basically saying is the way that we judge people now based on their skin color, based on their wealth, or based on how much money they got in their pocket,
anything.
their power, their stance, whatever it is. Like we're always going to have that judgment,
Well, now we
and
have to
it's
judge
just
aliens.
going to get it's going to get quieter now.
But now we have to judge aliens.
Yeah, now we have to. So it's like how do we
Are they
how we
gonna
feel
eat
about
me?
them?
Right.
Like they
Am I gonna
like,
get probed?
and-
Bless their hearts.
Yeah, you don't need Jesus, bless your heart.
Oh, those poor
Have you
aliens.
accepted Jesus Christ?
Oh my god, I can't wait till the evangelist.
What Christians gonna do when open contact is finally a thing? Holy fucking.
They're gonna freak
You
the
can't
fuck
say
out.
it's
I
fake
just
if
said
it's
it
on
to-
live.
Well, the Catholics will try to give them communion.
During my interview with Jeff Bennett,
Yeah.
I like
The body of
we
Christ.
talked about
I
the
took it
cult shit and
half
then
of a
So we never ended.
Body of
talked
Christ.
about
This
aliens
is my
too.
body.
We're still
This is my
going.
body.
I'm leaving all
Mom,
this
if you're
shit
listening
on
right now, I am not on acid.
That's right. It's,
But like we were
We're
talking
acting.
about cults and aliens, and
it's, I mean, it's like performance.
I
right?
told him like straight up, if I was still in the cult when all this shit was happening, I would be terrified because I would have been 1,000% convinced that the
Like we-
aliens
listen.
are just demons. I would have
Yep.
been, yes.
Oh, right,
Well, they
right.
and
1,000%
in a lot of ways though too,
Or
like
angels. Or
That's
angels.
what they're
That-
presented
Or
as.
angels.
Demons
Yeah,
are
well,
angels.
Now I
And,
think like the angels, the fairies, it's all the same.
if we think about ourselves though, like in the way that we approach fear and the
There was a ferry crash
unknown,
and we
it's
recovered
like
their craft.
the aliens are demons.
So that's the thing.
How
I
many
mean-
people say that fairies bring them shit like get
Yeah,
or like
make
at
them
least
happen.
back in the day
Yeah.
with when fairies were like a big thing.
Well, they
How
would
many
carry
people
you
say
off.
that they-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry you
Yeah.
off.
I just
Take you
learned
places.
about that shit recently. Like I didn't know that that was a thing where people would say like if you go and accept a gift from them,
Yeah.
then
Do
you could get
you-
stuck in some other
Oh, they
realm.
replace.
know
They
who
would replace
Edgar
you with
Casey
with a
was?
fake
Yeah.
person
okay,
as well.
all right. Well, I'm glad you do. Then we don't have to
Yeah,
like.
right, exactly.
I love
We could
Edgar
all just
Casey.
look at each
His
other
story.
knowingly now.
Like yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yes, Edgar
Right.
Casey
'Cause there's
was
a whole other.
is Cayce. Look him up. He was from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Lived in Bowling Green. He
He
died
was
in Virginia
He was
Beach.
an Egyptian priest.
He in a past life. He was
Past life.
Rata,
Yeah.
and he was a Christian who he went into a trance.
Too bad he couldn't have been there when the goblins attacked
What are you talking
in
about?
Hopkinsville.
Oh, in Hobgoblinsville.
Yeah, like one of the earliest.
Oh, God.
One of the earliest UFO
He
encounters.
was, oh my God, this was back in the 50s.
Yeah, one of the earliest ones
A
documented.
family was terrorized by these mechanical-looking, like alien crash-landed beings
It's the
for like days, and like they were just like peeking in the windows at them, and they were
called the,
freaked out. And this was like, and they were just. It was the encounter at Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah, it was the Kelly encounter.
Yeah,
It was,
right across from Fort Campbell.
yeah, the military police came and investigated, and so did the state
I've heard
police.
about that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard about that.
It's
I
it's
must have been there
interesting.
in a past life because I've never heard of that, but I feel like I know that.
It's part of the,
it
it's
might
part
be
of the
like-
paranormal culture. It is. It's definitely part of the paranormal.
Oh,
What was that?
one was still going cool.
That was somebody's battery going dead. is what
Oh,
that
okay.
was.
Oh my God, it's a sign.
It's
God.
Yeah, because mine did that like during our performance. You know.
Yeah, my phone definitely.
I ran out of.
I got a
room.
text during that, and it was almost distracting. It might have been distracting. I might have messed up. I have no idea. I can't remember from when.
Okay, we're just being authentic here. All right, so I guess this is probably a great place to end.
This is it. We're wrapping it up.
This is
Alrighty.
it.
I'm done.
Thank you all for watching.
I love you guys.
I love you
Enjoy
all.
the
love
performance.
you.
We love you guys.
It's been awesome. It's been
This was
great.
a great conversation.
Hey, what's up? This is Miranda from LS Music Promotions. LS Music Promotions is a concert promoter and booking agency from Owensboro, Kentucky. We put on concerts, help bands with show booking, and work with venues to remain full of talent. Our goal is to help grow the local music scene and to support musicians. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube, LS Music Promo, to stay up to date with us. Together, we rock.
Hello, we are Mythagoe here at Homemade God Studios in Lebanon, Tennessee. We're going to play some Arthouse rock.
It's a song written by Julia Who.
It's you that I want. If you want me, I think that you do. And maybe tonight it will be you and me all alone in the moonlight. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight. You to say how you feel, if it's real what you say. Now is the time is just right to forget time and love till the daylight. The time is just right, love in the light, love in the light. There to see my bad attitude. Baby, if there's somebody there, you won't be seeing me soon. Ooh, it's you. Baby, an eclipse of the moon won't shake these blues. Baby, an eclipse of the moon won't shake these blues. Oh, it's you. It's you, baby, it's you. New moon. Thank you. You don't know that about me. You're probably right. I feel like I'm that way. Okay, anyway. So let's do Not by Chance. This next song is called Not by Chance, and it was written by Artemis Sumatra.
Thanks. Thank you.
When I look into your eyes, when I look into your eyes, I will realize, not by chance, you might even get up and dance. When you look into my eyes, when you look into my eyes, you will realize, you will know. You might even get up and go. When I look into your eyes, when I look into your eyes, I will realize, not by chance. When I look into your eyes, when I look into your eyes.
I can't quit looking at the TV.
I know.
Thanks.
We're doing our set. Can we wait until after the set to have question time? Cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Gotta watch this one here.
So, I need an E minor chord for dark room.
Words you say define, do not describe the state I'm in. I take a picture of my mind, but my emotions take me there. It's so sad to say I love you, as if my angry voice inside did not develop in a dark room, ever clearer in the
that song doesn't make you cry while you're tapping your toes.
Dance, cry, dance, cry. Let me tune up.
He's got a tune-up. New strings.
New strings on a Floyd Rose.
Anybody know anything about a Floyd Rose thing? Yeah, it's weights and balances, and hopefully you'll.
It's like Einstein invented it.
It's like walking a tightrope of a guitar.
It's worth more than the whole guitar, really. It really is.
What, Einstein's theory of relativity?
The Floyd Rose.
Oh, the Floyd Rose. It's but you're worth more than your whole setup combined.
Gosh.
This is Artemis Sumatra. I'm Julia, who we are Mythagoe, and here we are at Homemade God Studios. Such an honor to be back here.
Thank you
It
for
really
joining
is.
us, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone here, and if anyone's online is watching.
No, because it's not being live
But
streamed.
they'll think it is.
Oh!
You blew it. Oh, that's right.
Ouch. Ow.
You don't have a job.
I don't know what it's like keeping secrets. Square root.
Cool. All right, this is a song I wrote on New Year's Eve, 1999.
Going into 2000.
The world was supposed to end that night, remember?
It was.
I think the time has come to stall. At the beginning of the end, the phone is ringing in your hand. Have you got someone to call? Do you worry about tomorrow? I think the time has finally come. At the beginning, there's no end. The phone is ringing in your ear. Have you got some time to spare? Do you feel any older? I can't feel anything at all. I can't feel anything at all. I can't feel anything at all.
If anybody here is good at math, you all can figure out what the square root of 2,000 really is. He always knows the answer and he won't tell me. I can't even use a calculator. Whatever. Whatever, Artemis.
Thanks. Oh, cool. I like this song.
All right. You just let me know when you're ready with that amp over there.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. This next song is called Sleep, Dream, Drive.
Tired, my eyes on the road in my side. I don't know why I don't sleep at night. Tense as my hands on the wheel in my grasp. Turning the tires with my foot on the gas. Checking my mind for a memory lapse. Since the first time I noticed where I wasn't at. 'Cause the road unfolds like a dream when I drive. I can sleep at home if I make it alive. 'Cause the road unfolds like a dream when I drive. I can sleep at home if I make it alive. Will you be there tonight? I hope you're there to see the world through my own eyes. These shadows haunt me, casting a light in my mind. Will you be there at home? I hope you're there. I don't wanna sleep alone till my dreams carry me to the unknown. Focus, my friend, I can use it again. Plus a gallon or two, 'cause I'm running on fumes. At 60 an hour, how I wish I was there. These sleepless dreams, awaking discoveries. Drifting along in my mind is a song. As I drift away from the road I was just on. 'Cause the road unfolds like a dream when I drive. I can sleep at home if I make it alive. 'Cause the road unfolds like a dream when I drive. I can sleep at home.
wonderful to see your all's faces here. I haven't seen you guys in so long. You know, you all some smiling people.
Happy New Year. I don't know if I ever said it to you last time. What's up next? All right, cool.
This next song's, it's all right. I really like this next song. It's okay. It's called Decide. It might make you have to make a few choices.
Ha ha ha. I feel happy inside to be alive at this moment in time. I am not free to try to unlock your mind. Take a look inside. Try to not be frightened by what you'll find when you leave yourself behind. It's a Ta-da!
It's easy to sing along with that one.
Yeah. If anybody's got any bubbles to blow, feel free to make bubbles happen. Artemis, of course. We all have bubbles to blow. Oh my God. Yes. Woohoo!
Please make bubbles.
What a miss. Yeah. Well, we're in the right place, I think, Artemis.
Yeah, man. Lovely. I love that bill.
Oh my God, yes.
So beautiful.
Sphericals. Oh my God. They're all sphericals. Yeah. Thank you so much for making bubbles. Let's do a crazy. You read it? Okay, yeah. Oh, there's a bubble gun. Not bubble gum, but bubble gun. This is a stick up with bubbles. I'm sorry, that's probably inappropriate in this time of history. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be pointing my fingers at anyone. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I'm not very good at.
It's more acceptable to flip somebody the bird nowadays than it is to point at them. You know?
Well, that makes perfect sense because I mean it's really no laughing matter, and I just don't know when and where.
No cap.
No, I need a filter. Artemis is supposed to be my translator, so I can just go blah, 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 blah.
She said.
Thank you. All right.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without a care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? You are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Well, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes have the heart to live their lives out on a limb. And all I remember is thinking, I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably. Ooh, ooh,
Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, the bubbles just make it so much even crazier.
Which one?
Circles.
Okay, I thought we did that one earlier.
That was part of our sound check.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You all in the studio may or may not have heard us play this earlier because that was our sound check. But this next song is about bubbles.
Yes, ma'am.
comes back to you in time. Sometimes it seems like I'm sitting in the middle, spinning round, searching for the end, knowing the beginning is never found. Gotta keep my feet upon the ground. Whoa, I see the hands of time picking away the past, circling for hours that never seem to last. On a giant carousel, circling the sun, creeping up behind you, all you've left to run. Everything around you starts to weigh you down. You see the faces speaking to you, but you can't hear the sound. Picking up the pieces, trying to start again. But you're right in the circle, no beginning and no end. Life is just an imaginary life. Mine is yours, but I'll never know what's mine. Sometimes it seems like I'm sitting in the middle, spinning round, searching for the end, knowing the beginning is never found. But I've gotta keep my feet upon the ground. Whoa, I see the world turning circles in my mind. I found that all you've lost comes back to you in time. I've seen some people searching for things they'll never find. I found that all you've lost comes back to you in time.
I hear bubbles. Thank you all. Artemis recently changed the name of that song from Circles, which is what I've known it for or known it as for like years and years and years, and to
That for 30 years.
it was that for 30 years, and then as an artist, he took artistic liberty and decided to rename it
Sitting in the middle, spinning round.
Sitting in the Middle, Spinning Round.
Because you know how many songs there are named Circles out there? A lot. I looked online and I was like, yeah.
You know how many Artemis Sumatras there are out there?
There's more than you
There's
think.
one.
There's actually I know of. I'm friends with 2 on Facebook, I think. But they're in like, you know.
They do exist.
Either they might be in the past, I don't know, but they're definitely not in this country.
You're probably.
What's next?
This song is called Suit of Lead.
You found
Thank you. Thank you. You're making me play crazy songs again. It's been a running joke with us that after every song, we have to start playing Aqualung by Jethro Tull.
Because no one ever plays it.
Thank you. Impromptu. That was an impromptu Aqualung. Anyway. We got Naked Eye next. Okay. Here we go.
It isn't very hard to believe. It isn't safe to stay wearing my heart upon my sleeve. So I will have to bid you all a fond farewell. No safety net beneath the wire to catch me if I fell. All the objects in the mirror, as close as they appear to be, you cannot see them with the naked eye, but they are clear to me. Fortune isn't hard to achieve. Faith is more than willing. Are you ready to believe?
Like a me, the hands of fate unjustly weaving the fabric of your soul. Microscopic organisms.
You cannot see them with the naked eye, but they are killing me.
I see what you're saying, but I'm looking through my naked eye. Cannot see the truth for it is hidden in between the lines. You cannot see it with the naked eye. Thank you. In case you were ever wondering how crazy it is to be us, there's an example. You don't know the set list? The next song is called MK Ultra. It's about mind control.
Whose team are you on?
CIA. I'm with the CIA. Can't you tell? All right, here we go. Technical difficulties. I've just been, that was such a great start too, man. Talk about a way to like buzzkill momentum, you know? But there's like some distortion happening over here as well. Yeah. Yeah. And oh, is it? I could turn it down here if that would help.
Well, he's got control of those.
He's got the control over there. Okay.
Yeah, you can bring those down some.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Smack it again. I mean, this thing has been giving me hell. I'm kind of mad at it. Like, I might break up with it. There we go. go. Okay, now we got.
Yeah.
2, 3. A little more. Yeah.
Spill your secrets, MK Ultra.
What you find there in my mind?
Is there something you can install there? Or are you telling me it's all been classified? Classified. Mind control is very simple.
People watch their recorded programs.
Make their choices, think their voices. Something they can sit and watch on TV. On TV. But I wouldn't doubt someone figured it out. Have you figured it out, or is it all on me? I wouldn't doubt someone has figured it out. Have you figured it out, or is it all on me? Is it all on me? Minds are mended to an end.
Turn your fashion. Oh, you people.
Military, governmental, use the psychedelic experiences. But I wouldn't doubt someone figured it out. Have you figured it out, or is it all on me? I wouldn't doubt someone has figured it out. Have you figured it out, or is it all on me? Is it all on me? Spill your secrets,
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
Ultra.
Spill your secrets.
We've come to the end of the set. We actually have one more as part of this set that we prepared for you all here tonight. I hope it's been about an hour, because if it hasn't been, I want to keep on playing personally. Like, I just like to play. All right, let's do it. Last one, give us a round of applause, and give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Homemade God Studios, Johnny. I'm thanking you, Mr. Pink Floyd, live at Pompeii, right there. Yeah, I mean, the hospitality here is just like, you can't beat it. That's for sure. It's top notch. I recommend A+.
Homemade God Studio from scratch.
Aw, we had tacos tonight. It was awesome.
It was good.
Here we go.
I need your love tonight. Put your loving arms around me. You're really looking tight, girl. Put your loving arms around me. Now I'm so glad you found me. Put your loving arms around me, girl. Where are you going, girl? You got me looking for you. Flying around the world. You got me looking for you. Now I'm so glad I found you. Put your loving arms around me, girl. But now you're moving. I want to dance with you. Put your loving arms around me. I want to kiss you, girl. Put your loving arms around me. Now I'm so glad you found me. Put your loving arms around me, girl.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
You know, this is a weird request, but I kind of want to do that one again because we were having sound trouble hearing the drums in the middle of that, and I can turn that up. This was.
I'm down with that.
So we're gonna do this one again for the sake of us hearing what we're doing.
What they call it is take two.
Chop it in half.
I need your love tonight. Put your loving arms around me. You're really looking tight, girl. Put your loving arms around me. Now I'm so glad you found me. Put your loving arms around me, girl. Where are you going, girl? You got me looking for you. Flying around the world. You got me looking for you. Now I'm so glad I found you. Put your loving arms around me, girl. But now you're moving too fast. Have to slow Have to slow down. Moving too fast. You have to slow down. Moving too fast. Moving too fast. Have to slow Moving too Have to slow down. Moving too fast.
An elephant.
I want to dance with you. Put your loving arms around me. I want to kiss you, girl. Put your loving arms
Oh my God. He wants me to pull out the darkest song I've ever written. Do you all want to hear a dark song, personal song about the darkness inside of my soul?
Yeah, they look pretty dark.
Okay, it's darker than the one about the dark room with the red light. At least there was a light in there.
There's a rope around my neck, so you know how high I am strong. I'm gonna pull it tighter if you tell me to calm down. I know you see such great potential I don't see in myself. I swear nobody's gonna love me just the way that I am now. I can sense the evidence. You can say it's all in my head. I'm out of touch. I think too much, and it's just the truth I can hardly conceal. I can tear myself to shreds. I can't beat the evidence. Try to hide, I try to heal all the ways I really feel. I swear no one can love me just the way that I am now. I can sense the evidence. You can say it's all in my head. I'm out of touch. I think too much, and it's just the truth I can hardly conceal. I can tear myself to shreds. I can't beat the evidence. Try to hide, I try to heal all the ways I really feel. I swear no one can love me just the way that I am now. The way that I am now.
It's a
Thank you.
experimental song.
I guess so. Thank you all so much. We're gonna tear down our stuff a little bit, I think. Are we done? Do y'all want to jam? I don't know. I don't know what to do next. Now that we're done with our set.
Bow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much. That was a lot of fun.
I haven't got no training, but
I know, me neither.